Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL hockey previews and predictions today for Tuesday. It is February 20th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. You can get the Raymond Report each and every day right here at ATSstats.com. All right, hope you had a good Monday. We did. We had a good cash-out Monday. And today we're going to look at the NHL games. I'm going to give you guys, at the end of this forecast, I did a little review on NHL teams since January 1st. And the findings are really going to surprise you. Not on the straight-up factor, but the over-under factor is just amazing what I found out doing that little research this morning. All right, let's take a look at the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And there's a little teaser right there because it's going to involve the over-under. And let's go to the NHL. And let's take a look at the markets right now of the National Hockey League, and look at the overs. Unbelievable. Last night, 9-1 to the overs, 13-0. I believe that was what, Sunday or Saturday? I think that was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so wow. 15, and then you got 24-2. 24-2. The last 3 days with over-under, so there's the cat's out of the bag on the market report research I did. But anyways, we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But wow, 90% of the games went over yesterday, 85 the last 3 days, 85.7, and then 65%. So you know what? Why aren't the bookmakers adjusting their line? Why are we still throwing 5.5s out there and 6.5s? We should be seeing more 7s. But you know what? Ride the market, ride the bull market right now, because it is an absolute good way to make money if you're betting the over-unders right now. All right, let's take a look at the 7-day average on the straight-up factor, 69.3, still 10% higher than the yearly average. And I think you're going to see this go higher because in my experience, once you get to March and the trade deadline, favorites come in at a very, very high clip. Teams gunning for playoff spots, and the A's, the B's and the A's, they go on a pretty good run. All right, let's get to your forecast here today, and we're going to use the computer pick. So you go to your computer pick dashboard. Let's go to NHL. We still got some good games here tonight. I know that game in Madison Square Garden, that'll be a good one here. I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Penguins taking on the New York Islanders. Man, Penguins, they a lot of pressure last game. It was Jaromir Jagr night, and they had a 1-0 lead for about 90% of the game, and then they lost it to the Kings. 2-1 was the final. We had the under in that game, so I really mixed emotions on that one because I wanted the Pens to win for Jagr. But tonight they're going to play the New York Islanders, who were also gave up a big lead in that classic in New Jersey, that outdoor game. They lost 6-5 to the New York Rangers. Great comeback by the Blue Shirts. And tonight we do lean with the Penguins, 3.1 to 2.5, the over-under at 5.75. Islanders coming in on a 3-game losing streak of the Penguins. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games, neutral in their performance cycles. All right, Dallas Stars taking on the New York Rangers. Rangers minus 141, 6.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Blue Shirts in this one, 3.6 to 2.4, the over-under at 6.12. So we do like this game to stay under total, but be careful because the last 4 games for the Dallas Stars have gone over the total, and they've been playing a lot of games. I think this is their 3rd game in 4 nights. I'll have to do a double check on that. But yeah, they played yesterday and they lost 4-3 to the Boston Bruins. Washington and New Jersey, kind of like the over in this game here. The Devils a 164 favorite, 6.5 is the total. We're going to lean with the Devils in this one, 3.4 to 2.7, the over-under at 6.19. Last 3 games for the Capitals have gone over the total, and your Kogo sitting right there at 31%. Hey, the Ottawa Senators stunned the Tampa Bay Lightning last night. Nobody expected that. You know what? Tampa got spanked the other night, 9-2 against the Florida Panthers. And normally when you saw it, yesterday, some of these teams that lost big on Saturday night have a little bit of a letdown continuing, right? And that happened with Tampa Bay last night. Ottawa just went in there and really took it to them the first period, and they came out 4-2 victorious. Tonight, though, we're going to lean with the Panthers. Panthers are 9-1 in the last 10, and we got 3.3 to 2.9, the over-under at 6.27. Minnesota taking on the Winnipeg Jets, and we called it yesterday. We said Winnipeg, after that big win Saturday night against Vancouver, in a classic letdown spot, and sure enough, Vancouver and Winnipeg losing yesterday. And we do like the Jets, though, tonight to bounce back against that team that put 10 on Vancouver. That's Minnesota. 3.1 to 2.5, the over-under at 5.69. Both teams playing in back-to-back game situations. All right, doesn't get easier for the Canucks. Maybe they're looking ahead to that one tonight against the Avalanche. Maybe that's why they got 10 on them yesterday. But Colorado minus 135, 6.5 is the total. We're going to lean with the Avs in this one. 3.6 to 2.8, the over-under at 6.47. And we do like this game to stay under the total. And we're going to give the Avalanche a 68% chance of winning compared to 37.3, which is under my 40% ratio that I normally look for. Vegas Golden Knights off a 4-0 win yesterday in the Shark Tank. They're a 132 favorite against Nashville. Be careful. This could be a trap game for me. I think Nashville is the better team. Might take Nashville in the puck line. 3.06, 2.5. The over-under at 5.6. And looking at the Golden Knights, they're 6-4 straight up in their last 10. But look at that. Maybe not. 3-7 for the Predators. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they'll just ride this one out. And we got the Kings beating the Blue Jackets. 3.4 to 3.06. The over-under at 6.48. And there's your NHL forecast today for a cash out. No, it's not a cash out Monday, Ron. It's a Ruby Tuesday. And let's get to that article I was talking about earlier. And if you go to the front page, if you're a member of ATS, just click on the midseason review. What I did is I went into the database, and I want to see how NHL teams have been doing since January 1st, right? I like to go and see, especially in baseball, where there's a lot of high-volume games, you want to catch teams in cycles, right? And right now, these A-type teams that I talk about in the Raymond Report, teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, well, I'm talking about Edmonton, Florida, Vancouver, Carolina, Dallas, Winnipeg, Colorado, and the New York Rangers. Those are your top dogs right now in the NHL. And look at these two right here. Edmonton, 15-3. Florida, 14-5. Vancouver, 14-7. And then you got Carolina, 13-5. Dallas, 12-9. And then Winnipeg, 11-7. Colorado, 11-8. And then Rangers, 11-9. Which is, it's not like 15-3 like the Oilers. But the thing that I really wanted to point out, though, was since January 1st, there's 30 NHL hockey teams. 28 of them have an over-under record of 50% or higher. There's only 2 teams right now in the NHL with an under record that's more favorable than their over-under record, right? Winnipeg, 6-11-1, and the other one, the Chicago Blackhawks, 8-12-0. Every other NHL team has a over-under record above 50%. And you look at some of these records, it's unbelievable. Montreal, 14-5. Washington, 13-6. The Islanders, 13-3-2. Arizona, 12-6. Nashville, 13-5. And where did I see at? Colorado, 15-4. And Dallas, 16-5. So this is why I said at the top of the show, like the bookmakers have not caught up with the over-unders yet. So take a look at those teams here today. And again, you can get the charts at atsstats.com. But I saw that this morning. I said, you know what? I got to make a podcast about that and bring it to the audience. All right, before we go, let's take a look at the 80% Club Stats brought to you by the Raymond Report. And let's go to the NHL. And these are my old school stats that I always try to put on the show. And let's take a look if we have any good over-unders or ATS or straight-up factors. Normally at the bottom here, I get some good ones. There's a good one here. Florida Panthers, home favorite last 2 years, playing on Tuesday, 17-4. New Jersey is a road favorite versus conference opponent when the total is 6.5. They are 9-2. And last 5 years, 26-5. That's pretty good right there. Vancouver, as a road underdog, the last 2 years with a straight-up record of 1-2 in their last 3 games, 14-3 to the over. And again, we just talked about the over-unders, how they're coming in at a high clip right now. But before you go, I'm going to give you one pick that I really like here tonight. I'm going to lean with the New York Rangers over the Dallas Stars. A couple reasons why I like it. Let's go to my report, NHL reports. Let's go to that game between the New York Rangers and the Dallas Stars. And Rangers, 8-2 last 10. Dallas, 7-3. Dallas playing really good hockey this year, but they tend not to do well against those A-type teams, right? And if I go to my other chart, let me go get the other chart right here. And let me go to my report card. And you go to cards, go to NHL, and let's click on that. The Dallas Stars, 4-9 overall against those A-type teams. And look at the New York Rangers, 7-2 overall. And on home ice, they're 5-1. And here's another one another stat that I've been sharing here with the audience since sliced bread is anytime you get an NHL favorite. So let me go to my super database, and this we'll leave you guys on this note right here. This is a really good stat. So anytime you go NHL and you get a favorite coming off a 1-goal win, 1 goal 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 win, right, coming off a 1-goal win. Current season. Where's my current season? Right there. And the survey says 124 and 56. That's 67%. And if you want to take it, you're saying, oh, maybe it's just a lucky year. I said, yeah, you know what? Let's try the last 2 years. And you know what? 65.4%. 514 victories, 252. Let's go with the New York Rangers tonight against the Dallas Stars. And hopefully it's money in the bank for a Ruby Tuesday. And you know what? Rangers 6-4 last 10 against the Dallas Stars. I have a lot of indicators here pointing to the Rangers. So, yeah, if you want to check it out, you can at atsstats.com. All right, folks, have yourself a great Ruby Tuesday. I'll be back here on a Wacky Wednesday with another edition of the Rain Report. Cheers.